Stay tuned for Pause for Thought, the podcast hosted each week by cats and dogs with a message. And now here's your friendly host, Miss Annabelle.
Welcome back to Pause for Thought. Today, we're switching gears to discuss a critical environmental issue. Why are there so many wildfires in California? Here with us to break it down is environmental scientist Bernie. Thanks for joining us, Bernie.
Thanks, Annabelle. It's a pleasure to be here. Wildfires are a big issue, and California is certainly no stranger to them.
Absolutely. Wildfires seem to be happening more often, and the impact is devastating. So, Bernie, let's start with the basics. Why are wildfires such a frequent problem in California?
Great question. It's a combination of factors. First, California has a unique climate that's dry for a large part of the year, especially during the summer and fall. The state also experiences seasonal winds, like the Santa Ana winds, that can spread fires rapidly. Additionally, climate change has intensified these dry conditions and extended fire seasons, making the area more susceptible to frequent, severe fires.
So the weather and climate play a huge role. Are there other contributing factors?
Yes, human activities are another major factor. Many wildfires start from human error, like discarded cigarettes, campfires, or even sparks from power lines. Plus, California's growing population means more people are living near fire-prone areas, which increases the risk. There's also an issue with infrastructure. Power lines can ignite fires if they're damaged during high winds, which is a significant concern for utility companies.
It sounds like there's a lot working against the state. Hasn't the landscape also played a part in why wildfires are so frequent?
Absolutely. California's natural landscape includes a lot of dry vegetation, which is highly flammable. Many plants in the area, like chaparral, are adapted to fire and even depend on it to regenerate. But when fires become more frequent and intense than normal, they go beyond natural cycles, and it's hard for ecosystems to recover.
That's interesting. So some fire is actually natural and even necessary for the environment?
Yes, exactly. Small, periodic fires are part of the natural ecosystem in California. They clear out underbrush, help plants germinate, and even maintain soil health. But today's fires are often much larger and more destructive than nature intended.
What about fire prevention? Is California doing enough, or is there more that can be done?
There's definitely room for improvement. Forest management practices like controlled burns and clearing dry vegetation can reduce fire risk. But these methods aren't always applied on the scale needed. Budget constraints, environmental regulations, and limited resources can make it challenging.
It sounds like there's no single solution, just a lot of interconnected issues. Do you think we'll see improvements in the coming years?
I think so. There's a growing awareness of the need for fire-resistant infrastructure, better land management, and community education. But addressing climate change on a broader scale is key to long-term solutions. It will take cooperation across local, state, and federal levels.
That makes sense. Well, Bernie, thank you for sharing your expertise on this complex issue. Hopefully, we'll see some meaningful changes to reduce the devastation of these wildfires in the future.
Thank you, Annabelle. It's been great to talk about this, and I hope more people stay aware and involved in fire prevention efforts.
That wraps up today's episode of Pause for Thought. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.